Did you know that sweet chili sauce originated in China in the Guandong province? Yes, now Thailand claims it as its own, and they make many different versions of this sauce in Thailand, but in my opinion, they now contain way too many ingredients and are not very healthful. I'm going to show you how to make your own using simple pantry staples like you see here, with some very classic seasonings like rice vinegar and fish sauce, and of course, hot chilies. In this case, we're going to use some Fresno peppers, and to make it sweet, we just use one sugar. That's cane sugar, and make sure you get the non-GMO verified type. With all those things put together with some simple ingredients, you're going to make your own amazing Thai or American sweet chili sauce that you can use on any of your favorite Thai dishes. Let's get started. The first step is to take some shallots. Now, you don't see shallots in all recipes for sweet chili sauce, but I feel it really brings a lot to the party. First step is to remove those extremely annoying papery skins. Those are stuck on there because of the curing process. So just use a little paring knife or a big paring knife in this case and get those husks off. Then you're just going to whack this into some simple little chunks. We don't worry too much about the size. Next up, we're going to take garlic and just slice that garlic up. You could also just smash it and hit it with your knife 1 or 2 times. Not a big deal. Next, we take these peppers and cut the stems off and then cut them into rough chunks. I keep the seeds in there for heat. And then I use some red bell peppers. This is going to add to the color and just bulk up the pepper quotient of the recipe. Once those are taken off the center part of the pepper, again, just cut those into some simple chunks and don't be too concerned. And here is what it looks like. And of course, I just put all those ingredients into my food processor and give it a few whizzes to look like this. So you dump it into this case, I've got sort of a high-sided skillet. You could use a pot, doesn't matter. In goes your rice vinegar. And at this point, you are going to start cooking this, and you just add half the water to start and then bring it up to temperature. I've got it sitting on a little portable burner. We're going to add in the salt as well. Now, the vinegar and the salt will really help to break down the peppers. I also add in my fermented pepper sauce. At this point, I make that myself, but you can use sriracha. And I will show you guys how to make that in an upcoming video. So once these ingredients are into your vessel here, just give it a simple stir and bring it up to temperature. As you can see here, we have reached a boil and things are starting to happen nicely at this point. And this total cooking process is about 10 minutes, I would say. So here you can see me adding in the sugar. And you want to start to mix that in there. It's very important to have that sugar completely dissolved. So I'm going to add in the rest of the water at this point. You can find the recipe, by the way, in the description below the video. So give that a nice stir, bring it up to the boil. And at this point, I'm going to add my lime juice. I didn't add that earlier because I don't want to cook all the flavor out of the lime juice. So this is one very juicy lime, and squeeze it in there. And then once that is fully squeezed out, every last drop, I'm going to give that a little stir. And then we add the umami, which is the fish sauce in this case. So swirl that through. And at this point, we are ready to start thickening. Now for this, I prefer potato starch. It doesn't give as gummy a texture as cornstarch. So you just mix this little slurry with water, and then you're going to add that right to the whole pot. And that is going to bring the whole thing together. Just stir it up, and you're going to see in a second here, the texture really changes, and it happens quite fast when you're using potato starch, which thickens pretty much on contact. And we're looking for something that's going to stay on the spoon like this. And once that chills, it will be ready for you to put into jars. Then you can put those in your pantry or just tuck them in the back of your refrigerator, and it will last for several months back there. And this is a great gift, by the way, for somebody that likes spicy foods. So this went into these jars about 185 degrees. You put on your canning lid and your band, you turn it upside down for a few minutes, and it will be shelf stable. This is amazing on all of your favorite Thai dishes.